welcome to South Charleston High School, home of the Black Eagles. We have a dandy here for you this evening. South Charleston and St. Albans. Blaine Smith here with Coach Bob Goebel, and we're ready for some high school football in the great state of West Virginia. Somebody's going to come out of here with some positive momentum and a big W tonight, Coach Goebel. Excited for this one.
Absolutely. Both teams, unfortunately, have not won a game yet. But like they used to say in the old movies, something's got to give this evening. So
yes, absolutely. They're probably in the halls there on Friday. You know, everyone's kind of excited this morning. I mean, it's an opportunity, you know, going in, hey, we can get this one tonight.
Yeah, and the Black Eagles, of course, are excited about it being homecoming as well, you know. So they really want to get out there and give it all they have, and I'm sure St. Albans will as well.
Yeah, a little extra juice for the Black Eagles with the homecoming festivities there that just precluded. And you're looking live here, as Musburger used to say there, Coach Goebel. Nice little sunset there across the way.
Beautiful evening, perfect evening.
Great evening here in South Charleston. Great views and good vibes here for the Black Eagles and the Red Dragons of St. Albans. Coach Goebel, coming into a game like this, I know you probably weren't in too many games where you weren't in a situation where you were, or just when you're not doing well as a football team, right? And you're coming against another team that's kind of in the same boat as you. What's kind of the motivation, and what kind of is your speech pregame to a team like that? I know you probably weren't in too many of those where you had to get the boys riled up like that, right?
I was, especially when I coached at West Virginia Tech, and we lost like 20-some in a row. But
right. We won't talk anymore about that.
But it's tough, you know. You just find different ways to try to motivate the kids, and the biggest thing is you can't get down on them. They need to know that you love them and you want them to succeed, and everything that we do, it's for them to make them better.
And it's all progress as well, and these are young teams as well. You know,
right.
I think that's a key thing, trying to build the program. So this could be the night where, hey, we get started back to like where South Charleston, you know, winning state championships back in 08, 09. Like, it's a proud program,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, let's don't get down. Let's don't get on one another. Take care of your teammates. You know, let's all do this together.
So we're about to see toe meet leather here. St. Albans will pooch it up into the air. Fielded by the Black Eagles. Inside the 25. Brought it crossed out to about the 32-yard line. So that's where they'll start. A little better field position than where we saw them start our first time we were here in South Charleston.
Absolutely.
Coach Goebel. Already progress for the Black Eagles.
You know, they started in no man's land last time we saw them.
Yeah, putting the ball at the 1 in their season opener against Ripley. Coach Goebel and myself were here through the lightning delays for that one.
Yeah,
so now South Charleston got an opportunity to get it rolling here tonight. Freshman quarterback at the helm here for the Black Eagles.
South Charleston coming out with a wing T formation, 2 wings, 2 wideouts, and a fullback. Gave it to the fullback on the dive there. A little bit different look for the Black Eagles as compared to last time we saw them.
Yeah, you're always trying to reinvent, I would think, at this point in time in the season, Coach Goebel, right? Especially if it hasn't necessarily went your way so far. So a nice little pickup, staying on schedule there for South Charleston.
That's the only good thing about being a coach when you're not winning any games. It makes you a better one because you explore any and every avenue to try to make a difference with something.
Yeah, able to kind of like a laboratory every time you're out there on the field. Here comes the man in motion. Zaninga.
Same formation, motion to the other side, the fullback dive again.
Yeah, Bryson Johnson on the carry there for the Black Eagles. Pickup of a few. And so now South Charleston going to be forced to potentially throw the football here on 3rd down and about a long 6 here. We'll go 3rd and 5.
And it looks like they're in no hurry to get the playoff here. Yes. I think they don't mind chewing the clock a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like both teams maybe want to minimize mistakes in a game like this. Penalties that could really kill you when you're got an opportunity to win a football game. The handoff to Zaninga. Races across to the 35-yard line.
Wing formation again. That time faked it to the fullback and ran an isolation with the tailback out of that. A little bit of a change up.
Going to be short of the first down. About a 4th and, I'm going to say, 3 here. So interesting call here, Coach. First quarter, going for it inside your own 40, but here come the Black Eagles, showing that they want to win this game. They believe they can get that first down. And they get them to jump. Just like we talked about, Coach Goebel, this is the game where both teams struggle with penalties a lot. Maybe the team that's a little cleaner comes out on top.
Yeah, and the other thing about it is a lot of times when you're in this situation, like I said, I've been there and done that, sometimes you take the attitude, well, what do we have to lose? We may as well go for it, you know?
Devin Green, the youngster there. Oh, they're gonna get South Charleston for a false start. Interesting. I don't know. I didn't see it that way, Coach Goebel, but we weren't down there on the field either. So now a 4th and 8, and believes the Black Eagles will now come back to punt.
Be interesting to see if St. Albans makes the effort for a block here or tries to set up a return. This is an excellent position to try to block a punt for sure.
And Josh Boston will be back to kick it here for the Black Eagles. Has a rather interesting combination of cleats, and we gotta believe we're gonna get that 5 back there. Sean McCord jumping through that line there for the Red Dragons.
Like the legendary Perry Moss, who I played for on the West Virginia Rockets. Mistakes and penalties will kill you.
Yes. And so now South Charleston still has Josh Boston out there. I think. And so we got we have a nice little vehicle announcement here at South Charleston.
Well, I guess they decided not to go for it this time, huh?
Yeah, interesting there. You were going to go for it earlier. Then you get the penalty. Then you get a penalty back, but it's like, maybe we want to go ahead and minimize the damage here, play a little defense ourselves. Maybe we'll get a turnover, create the field position. I think that's a field position game today, right?
Right. Now, I think also maybe they were just trying to make them jump and made themselves jump. You know, that happens too.
So they gave 5 to him, and they took it right back. And so now Josh Boston will be back to kick it here for the Black Eagles. You gotta like those pink socks.
Got a timeout.
Timeout now on the field, taken by Coach Dustin Resler, and we will take it with him. You are watching HD Media Friday Night Lights here, presented by HD Media. Back here at South Charleston High School, home of the Black Eagles.
Uh-oh, change of heart here.
Looks like they are going to go for it now. Took that timeout. Somebody convinced somebody down there on the sidelines to go for it. Here comes the snap. They're going to hand it off to Malcolm Brown around the inside edge, and he is not going to get it.
It's a fumble. I didn't see the fumble. He recovered the fumble. We turned it back to about the 22-yard line.
Looked like
27-yard line.
Looked like it was Takeem Brown there falling on the football.
And the Dragons are pumped.
And I'll tell you what, Coach Goebel, still a little bit surprised that it was. It looked like Malcolm Brown was down there for a minute. But St. Albans continuing to fight and play through it. A lot of fire there on the Red Dragon sideline right now.
Great effort so far by both sides. Just got to keep those mistakes out of there.
Coach Derek Stotts will now take it out of the gun here for the Red Dragons, their first offensive possession of the football game. Reese Lilly, man of motion, passes it. He'll throw it as well. Oh, just a little long there.
Through the fingertips.
Deuce
Nice
McLean,
call.
the lefty, fired it down there along the sideline.
Great call by the offensive coach over there.
You got to love the gadget play right off the jump there for St. Albans. They're going for the jugular.
Yep.
Play one.
I've always thought if you have the personnel, it's fun to fill the air with footballs.
And just over the outstretched arms of Tyrell Ellis. We're at number 11 there. So here comes the Red Dragons. 2nd down and 10 there. Showing them all they have there in play number 1. And we've got a whistle. It's like a substitution.
Must be illegal equipment or something.
Yeah. Because you're wondering there, you obviously must have been. What is that there, Coach Gull? I mean, what more than likely?
It could.
Ah.
Yeah, so, I think it was his knee pads.
At least they're wearing them here sometimes now in the college game.
Don't get me started on that.
And a nice play right there, knifing through by Elijah Bosley.
I always say, you see some of these guys wearing the foam helmet covers for more protection now, even in the pros. And then they're still running around with shorts up to their thighs, getting their kneecaps knocked off.
You got to wonder, right?
Yeah, it makes me wonder anyway. So.
Here comes the Red Dragons now. Just outside of the 30-yard line. 3rd and 10. Takes it back again over there to Deuce McLean. And he is going to scamper just shy of the 1st down.
Great block by Camonte Gravely on that play, too. Got him some running room over there.
So obviously 4-down territory here for the Red Dragons. Nothing to lose. Both these teams trying to get some positive momentum, continue to build cultures of winning with new young coaches.
I wonder if they may try to make them jump again here.
So here comes the Red Dragons. Up to the line here. McLean in the backfield with Reese Lilly. He'll hand it off to Ellis. And Ellis is going to scamper across inside of the 15-yard line.
They let the big boys up front take care of it that time. They lined up foot to foot, handed it off, and just plowed it up through there. Good job up front.
Yeah, very, very nice there by St. Albans. And you got to feel like, at this point in time, if you are St. Albans, you want to try to establish that run early in this football game and being able to pick up a big 3rd down and 1st down conversion there on the ground game. Hands it off once again.
Essentially the same player. He had the back lined up behind the tackle in the backfield. Get a little more power thrust in there to help out.
Another good carry there from Tyrell Ellis. So the Red Dragons going to come up with a 2nd down here just inside of the 10-yard line. They can get a 1st down without having to score a touchdown. Nice advantage there, obviously, if you're St. Albans.
Same formation.
It's been working for him so far here on this drive with Ellis. And he'll complete the pass over the middle there. Touchdown for the Red Dragons. Sean McCord on the screen. And the Red Dragons get on the board first.
He slipped from the outside, ran a drag route through there to pick up on the screen, catch the ball. Nice play.
Nicely done there as well by the quarterback, Reese Lilly, kind of baiting the defense a little bit, allowing them to suck up in, and then nice job on the slip screen. That's everybody's favorite play on NCAA football, Coach Go. Well, you know that.
That's right.
So the extra point coming here. It is up, and it is no good.
A doinker off the goal post.
Doink off to the left. So St. Albans gets on the board first. They do not get the PAT, but we'll come on back, and you come with us for more high school football here on HD Media, presented by Friday Night Lights on HD Media.
Hi, I'm Xavier Bosley, and I'm from Charleston, West Virginia. And when I'm back home, you can catch me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at Par-Mar Stores. Download the Par-Mar Stores app and sign up for our rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. From gas to groceries, you'll find what you need at Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Serving the area one truck at a time for over 60 years, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is in your neighborhood each and every day, working to keep your family warm and comfortable. With cooler days ahead and winter right around the corner, now's the time to schedule your home HVAC system tune-up and preventive maintenance. If you need a new system and received a quote from another company, give Mullen a chance to take a second look. Right now, we're offering 0% financing on a new Ream home system and includes a 10-year worry-free warranty. Remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call or visit us online today to schedule your appointment at mullenplumbing.com.
And we are back here. St. Albans with another pooch there, but this one does go out of bounds. So the Red Dragons figuring it out in the kicking game a little bit.
Definitely have decided they don't want to try to kick it down the middle of the field and to get good coverage and stop it.
So I guess in certain respects, Coach Goble, you think that's kind of a nice sort of a strategy there. They're saying, hey, we don't trust the coverage team enough there, or?
Well, yeah, and the other thing, psychologically, in my opinion anyway, psychologically, if you kick one deep to these guys and they run it back, kickoff team and the whole team over is going to go, well, here we go again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's going to make them, get the blues a little bit again and affect what they're doing.
Right.
They've been beaten down so much. You got to do anything you can to keep them up.
So they're saying at this point you'd rather trust your defense a little bit as well.
Smothering defense by St. Albans that time.
Red Dragons have been very good so far in this game on the rush defense.
Put the wingman in motion. Looked like they maybe were trying an option to the motion that time.
And Matt Riley there, the freshman quarterback, handing it off there, not getting much.
People ask me what it's like. We were talking about earlier. Some of the times I've coached and we haven't won a game. And like I said, you just got to find a lot of ways to motivate them and keep working at it. And eventually it'll work.
So we got a 2nd and 13 here for the Black Eagles. They'll send Malcolm Brown in motion. They'll hand it off to him, and he'll scamper across just shy of the 36-yard line.
Nice play there. Malcolm went in motion to the right from the wing position, got behind the quarterback. Then they ran an inside trap, and he stepped and ran it back to the same side he motioned from. Good play. Nice play.
Different ways to kind of create deception in the run game, right, Coach Goble, at this point in time? Because they're keying on Malcolm Brown.
Right.
Every time you see him going, the defense is going with him. So nice little job there for South Charleston. So a 3rd and 9 here coming up for the Black Eagles. Zeninga behind Riley. This time it'll be the handoff again to Malcolm Brown, and not going to get much.
Ran a counter with Malcolm that time.
So South Charleston going to.
I'm not sure. It looked like he may have been having a little trouble with that ball again.
Yeah, it looked like it was slipping out on him there, didn't it, there, Coach Goble?
Can't use the stick-em anymore like back in the old days.
Now these gloves, though, now are tacky enough. You think it'd be all right.
Yeah.
So South Charleston will punt it. Josh Boston back. It'll be a 4th and 9 after South Charleston kind of started off a little slow there on the first play. Wasn't able to really ever get back any traction. Boston's back to kick it.
Oh, St. Albans going for the block that time. Almost got it.
And it's a nice return right there by Deuce McLean. Gets inside the 30-yard line. St. Albans coming ready to play, Coach Goble, so far.
And we have some laundry on the field. Nice return. That young man has he's got some jets now. He turned that afterburner on. He's moving.
Deuce McLean, the senior here, he doesn't want to go out without a dub this year. He wants to turn this thing around.
Sure.
We're going to await the penalty here. That'll take back the big return there, and it's like we talked about, Coach Goble, right? Penalties, turnovers.
Yep.
The execution in this game going to be crucial.
Yes, it does.
And
hats off to both these teams, because in this situation, you got to give the players credit because they're trying so hard. They're still playing hard. They're trying to get things done. You know, they don't quit. They don't back off, and it takes a lot of intestinal fortitude to do that. So I admire both of these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. St. Albans and South Charleston trying to build cultures here of winning. And so now St. Albans will get the ball here at the 45. Back to pass. They'll throw it to McLean again. He'll scamper across to the 45 out to the 50-yard line. Still in bounds, continuing to move, and he might have got the first down there, Coach Go, inside the 45-yard line.
Yeah, we get a gain here, and then we had extracurricular activity at the end of the play. A St. Albans player pushed a South Charleston player, so it's, yes, sports fans coming back.
Yes, another penalty flag, another conference here.
Turnovers and penalties.
4:16 mark of the first quarter here in South Charleston. 6-0 St. Albans. They got on the board after a fumble Malcolm Brown had on a third down.
Here comes Paul.
And that makes it tough there because you take back the big play,
right,
and then you also add all that you've got to get back now in an offense that, you know, at times you think probably struggles there in St. Albans. 1st and 25 now. After 15 yards, they got to create the big play again.
It's tough enough that they're playing a worthy opponent here, but they just can't seem to get out of their own way, you know.
So here comes the Red Dragons. Inside their 30 now after the penalty. Now hand it off. And another good little gain there.
And another flag.
Tyrell Ellis was on the carry.
This play was first in a cab ride, wasn't it?
How many city blocks we going there, Coach Go? Maybe 3, 4?
Yeah, and it's so hard with the frustration.
And here comes another explanation again. So another penalty on St. Albans.
And every bit of this drive and part of the last drive has been SIM, self-inflicted misery.
Yes.
They have self-inflicted wounds. They're doing this to themselves.
And so a sideline warning. Yes, calling the actual interference there, Ethan, coming in there and getting us there, because that must have mean they already had a warning if they're calling that call,
yeah,
right?
If they're marching it off, yes.
So 1st and 35 now for the Red Dragons inside their 20. And here comes Reese Lilly. Takes a shotgun snap. He'll fire it out there on the screen. And they're going to rule that an incompletion. Little tall there for Camonte Gravely.
I believe that one was first in an Uber there.
So now we'll get 2nd in an Uber here, 2nd and 35 for the Red Dragons. So far here, Reese Lilly kind of pitching and catching it, going and using the screen game a lot here.
Right.
If you're seeing that in your South Charleston, what are you telling if you are Dustin Reslers how we're going to try and slow down this Red Dragon offense right now?
Well, just exactly the way they're doing it. They just have to play good defense out on the edge, because that's where they're having most of their success.
Comes Lilly back to pass, and he'll fire it out there to the edge. Nice little gain there. Kadar Maxwell.
It's a nice little route there, cleared out, coming across with the 2 play side receivers, then dragged the other guy across the middle, and he outran the linebacker and made the catch on that. Nice call.
Very nice there, and it sets up now 3rd, and we'll go city block, not an Uber, right? I guess on 3rd and 28 here for the Red Dragons. So now Lilly out of the game. They have McLean back, and they're going to pooch punt it on. I guess it was 4th down.
Well, they almost got to where they would have had a first down.
So at least they gained some field position back there.
Shame they didn't recover it there.
Yes, Coach Goble there. So now it'll be time for the Black Eagles here. to come on out on offense, try and get something going. They've had a little bit of struggles here early, but an opportunity with good field position to get something going themselves.
These kids love playing this game so much. They've been through so much, and they're right here, and they want to do well. Like I said, hats off to them once again. I really admire them.
Here comes the Black Eagles offensively. Matt Riley trying to get that initial win as a starting quarterback here in high school football. And he's going to hand it off to the outside to Zeninga. And Zeninga's going to be brought down by Deuce McLean. Nice little stop there. Deuce McLean all over the football field so far.
Tell you what, that kid's a baller. He can pick them up and put them down.
Just a gain of maybe a loss of a yard there for the Black Eagles there in Zeninga. Trying to create motion and a lot of deception in this run game so far for South Charleston, but so far St. Albans has been able to kind of snuff it all out to this point.
And Deuce is the kind of guy, not only does he have great ability, he has great intensity and concentration. He's a thinking man's player. You can tell by the way he reads everything.
So bring Brown back in motion. They'll hand it up the gut to Zeninga.
Nice pancake block by number 70 there.
Excuse me, Bryson Johnson on the carry, and good little gain. And so now South Charleston has a third down at about 9 on a turning first quarter clock here, 1:45 and counting. St. Albans with a 6-0 lead. And South Charleston, you got to get something out of this good field position. Back to pass. Matt Riley will bootleg it and throw it across the middle. Got his man. And a first down for South Charleston.
By the youngster on the rollout.
Very nice play there by Matt Riley.
He put some heat on that one now.
Let him pitch and catch it a little bit out there. And that was Brady Sigmund on the catch there for the Black Eagles. And so here comes Matt Riley out of the gun here again, or under center. Bring a man in motion. Zeninga hands it off. He's going to scamper, and he's going to be brought down from behind. Nicely done there by Ashton Hamilton.
Ashton on the move there. Read that one real well.
Made a couple nice tackles so far for the Red Dragons. They're doing a really good job so far. I'd say Coach Goble tackling one-on-one on the perimeter right now.
Yeah, that's what you have to do when you have people doing that all the time.
So here comes the second down at about 10 here. Maybe right at that stick. Here comes Riley out of the gun. He'll hand it up the middle. At about 2. St. Albans getting pretty fired up there, stopping this Black Eagle run game to this point.
I think for a moment there they thought they had the ball.
Yeah, again, it seems like the plays are continuing to kind of linger a little bit here, Coach Goble, and so far.
Yeah, and the Red Dragons are playing with a lot of enthusiasm, and they're getting after it. They're having some fun.
Trying to rip that ball out late there.
Yes, sir.
So here comes a third down in about 7. Riley will roll out again and fire it across the middle, and he does complete it. I think they're going to be about a yard shy here the first down, but at this point in time, Coach Go, I think you got to go for it.
Absolutely.
But a lot of flags down on the field, though.
That was Tavares Porter on that catch there. Nice grab.
Nice job by Tavares Porter, kind of sitting down in the coverage and securing the catch. But it looks like it's going to be coming back here for a holding, talking to the St. Albans staff.
Now the Black Eagles are displaying some SIM.
Coach Stotts.
Yeah, you haven't won. You're fighting, boom, penalty. Get back up, you get frustrated, you're fighting, boom, penalty. And it's tough on both sides to keep overcoming that and to play hard. But they're doing a pretty good job of it so far.
So far, competitive football game. 16 seconds to go in the first quarter. 6-0. St. Albans over South Charleston, but the Black Eagles on the move. Trying to get them this tying score of this game. And we've got another whistle here after the penalty flag on the Black Eagles.
And I'll tell you, someone I've been impressed with already is this sophomore tackle, Morgan Watts, number 71, playing on the left side there. He's got some pretty good skill for a youngster.
So here, we're out of the gun here now for the Black Eagles.
Waiting on the quarter, maybe?
Yeah, I'm not sure here. We're some clock. I guess it was waiting on the quarter there.
There we go.
And so we will take it with them. You are watching Friday Night Lights, presented by HD Media. Sounding off.
West Virginia's only Acura dealer, Lester Raines Acura. Keeping it simple, saving you money. Lester Raines Honda. Consider Lester Raines Mazda for your next vehicle purchase.
Surround yourself with beautiful views at the Eagle's Nest Restaurant and Lounge, open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Try our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet on Saturdays from 9 to noon. How about lunch instead? Join us for our lunch buffet on Sunday and Wednesday through Friday from noon to 2. Want a place to relax after a long week? Our lounge has happy hour every Friday night starting at 4:30. Great quality food at prices you'll love. Come to Eagle's Nest Restaurant, just off Canal Turnpike in South Charleston.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
And we are back here at South Charleston High School. Black Eagles on the move. 3rd and 16 inside the St. Albans 40. And we are ready for action here in the second quarter. Out of the gun for the Black Eagles. Matt Rowley takes the snap. He's going to roll out. He's going to fire it deep down the field. And he's just overthrown his man, Malcolm Brown.
St. Albans with the jailbreak blitz there. They brought everybody but their grandmother back there covering. And the Black Eagles did a great job picking that blitz up that time. Of course, it didn't hurt any that the quarterback was rolling out of the blitz.
Absolutely, and pretty good coverage there, one-on-one from Malcolm Max. Wow, that is a tongue twister there. Malcolm Maxwell there, the M&M man.
Good job.
With good coverage there for the Red Dragons.
Sure was.
So 4th down and 16 coming here.
When you got guys, you have athletes that can play man-to-man like that, you can take more chances with your blitzing.
And you got to like here the young freshman, Matt Riley, and how he throws the football. He has a little bit of a cannon. Rolls out. This time he'll fire it to Tavares Porter. Porter across to the 15, inside the 10. He's going to score a touchdown for South Charleston. What a play right there from the Black Eagles, and Tavares Porter cutting from all the way across the field. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
And next is the conversion. Got a man down on the field.
Yes, we do there for St. Albans.
Now, the question is here.
Looks like a cramp issue.
Look here. They're fired up. I hear you. Go, guys.
Right.
Great to see them having some joy.
Absolutely. Both these teams.
Both teams, yes. Now,
there's a little fire tonight.
Question is, do we go for 2 here or do we go for 1?
Well, I guess it would depend upon what you think you got here. You know, Josh Boston had a good punt. Maybe he's got a little bit of a leg here.
I coached with George Washington High School legend Steve Edwards Sr. Back in a long time ago, we won the state championship, and he always went for 2 points. And I said, why do you do that? He said, you got to put the monkey on their back, because if we convert, they have to do it. And if they haven't practiced it and they're not good at it, it's tough for them to do.
And it does look like though South Charleston is gonna line up to kick it.
And we won a state championship with 2-point conversion.
So here comes the kick. And he got it.
And the Black Eagles take the lead.
It is true. For Coach Go, well, that counts for 1. I guess it's not as good as 2.
That's right.
We'll take a break. Come on back for more high school football here on Friday night, presented by HD Media. So the boot from Josh Boston gives the South Charleston Eagles a 1-point lead as we learn. It counts for 1.
Well, I tell you who I feel sorry for right now. Do you know who I feel sorry for? Everybody out there that's not watching this game right now, because this is Entertainment Plus. These guys have been scrapping and getting after each other since the opening kickoff, and it's not going to be anything else but a lot more fun until the end of the game.
So here comes Boston, getting a little bit of some energy here in the crowd there. A lot of stomping on these metal bleachers here in South Charleston.
Is it a federal law that kickers have to have different colored shoes? By the way?
I don't know. I got to say, though, it got the teal look, or maybe it's baby blue. Can't quite tell, but it's definitely different from the rest of the squad.
He thinks it makes him kick better, have at it.
And Boston will boot it, and we have some whistles down. Penalties on the kickoff. That's procedural stuff at this point in time.
Procedure on the kickoff team. Back them up.
Yep, and offsides, and now they got to kick it again. Josh Boston's going to continue to get a leg work out here.
Don't get in your own way.
Yeah, exactly. And here, you did see head coach on the coaching staff there talking to Boston there after that. So maybe a teachable moment, maybe something that he could have done to help him there not get offsides. And they're going to bring back the music again for a second time.
And you know, all these young guys that are out there playing right now and they're having a bad record and everything, I guarantee you both of these teams, if they stick with it, they'll be successful before they graduate.
Absolutely. You continue to grow and gain culture, you know, and continue to kind of learn. And a game like this is where you build that ability to learn how to win, Coach Goebel.
Yes.
Boston will squib that one. Tyrell Ellis tucking it. Tapped it, but it does look like it is recovered by the Red Dragons.
That was very close right there.
Very, very close. Camonte Gravely did get on it for St. Albans. And so now, if you're the Red Dragons, South Charleston gets the big play. They come back, they make something happen. St. Albans, you benefited from the turnover. What are we trying to do? More Deuce McLean at this point in time?
Well, I'll tell you what. If it were me, it'd be very much Deuce McLean, because he's a guy that's he's a difference maker. Okay, he's a guy that can break this game open.
And Reese Lilly here so far been throwing a lot of pitch and catch, get out of his hand, quick screen passes out to the outside, and it has worked. Just been penalties that have really hurt St. Albans at this point. Here comes Lilly back to pass.
Nice throw.
And a nice
on the money.
Catch there as well by Mr. Sean McCord.
Pulling it in there. Good size receiver, 5'11", 200.
And he secured the catch, made sure to get down and grab it. About a gain of 7 yards there.
St. Albans is starting to do a pretty good job of mixing it up now, too. Mix a little run and pass in there.
Softening up this Black Eagle defense. Here comes Lilly.
I don't know if I'd play that far off number 2 over here.
The offset shotgun that they've been going with and employing most of the night. Lilly with it, will hand it off. And there he goes. Nice little run there from Tyrell Ellis.
Dragons starting to sustain a drive now. Okay, can we yell out there on the field, don't shoot yourself in the foot. Keep going.
Continue to get that positive momentum going here if you're St. Albans on this drive. Both these teams very much trying to employ the ground game and the quick passing attacks to this point.
That's right. Another thing is these two towns right beside each other, there's no love lost either. Look here, nobody over top of number 2.
They all know who each other are. They've all probably been playing ball against one another for a long time. And a nice run there again from Tyrell Ellis.
Give number 11 the ball.
And get out of his way at this point in time. He is absolutely bulldozing some folks so far today.
Well, and of course, the big hoggies up front are starting to move a little bit. People out there, too. Nice job.
So South Charleston, young across that defensive front, but definitely have some talent. But St. Albans right now having their way in the trenches. So here comes Lilly. Looking over the sideline there. Trying to get the call. Both teams, though, trying to play, it seems like trying to protect their defenses a little bit, too. Keep them on the sideline, keep them rested. Complimentary football. Lily will go back to pass. And, it's almost caught by Deuce McLean. Ball popped back up in the air, and there is a Black Eagle down on the field. Great effort, though, by both teams going up there to get that ball. You know, Coach Gobo, I really like there as well. Reese Lilly kind of standing in the pocket, being tough, delivering that throw as much as he could.
Yeah, you know, once again, there's nobody out here that's afraid to play. They've both come to get the job done this evening.
So we'll take a break real quick here. You're watching Friday Night Lights presented by HD Media.
Tudor's Biscuit World breakfast wraps are stuffed with farm fresh goodness like scrambled eggs, real cheese, and golden hash browns. Choose from fully loaded, crispy bacon, or country sausage. Now, introducing Tudor's grilled chicken lunch wraps, zesty ranch, savory southwest, and bold barbecue. All stuffed with tender grilled chicken, lettuce, and Colby Jack cheese. From morning to noon, Tudor's wraps make a delicious meal. Tudor's new grilled chicken wraps are only $4.99 at participating locations for a limited time.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
And we are back here at South Charleston High School. Jamiri Myers went off the field under his own power. And so now the Black Eagles defense will continue to try and stiffen up here against St. Albans. And we've got ourselves going to have to be some kind of penalty there, Coach Goebel. Whether it's the old Mountaineer, Dan Moses back in the Rick Trickett days where they all sit and everybody else comes through.
He didn't snap the ball, did he? Wow.
Trying to let you know. Oh, okay. So obviously everybody had the snap count different but the center. And that's a tough penalty to incur there for St. Albans. They'll have a 2nd and 15 now. Just like you talked about, Coach Goebel, trying to, you just said, don't get in your way, and then boom, there comes the Red Dragons with a penalty.
Yep. Got to stay steady.
So Lily out of the gun. Back to pass. And he'll take it off himself and run it. But a nice stop there by Elijah Bosley. Oh, no, actually, it was 17. Thought it was 71. Nice stop there by Dwayne Ruffin.
My partner's getting dyslexic up here, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a tough one there, Coach Go. You see the 7 and the 1, and Mr. Bosley makes a lot of plays there for the Black Eagles.
He's quite a player.
Got some good lineage there. Brother of Xavier Bosley with the Mountaineers. Now, used to be Jacksonville State. He's probably used to seeing that with Coach Trickett, obviously.
Yeah.
So they didn't jump. And here comes Lily back to pass. He'll fire it, takes a hit, but delivers the throw, and Deuce McLean's going to scamper around before being stuck from behind by Malcolm Brown. A penalty flag is down on the field, though. You're thinking block in the back here, potentially, Coach Goebel, on the scamper afterward?
Well, the Black Eagles seem to think it's against the Red Dragons.
They're going to pick up all the laundry down there on the field. So we'll await the penalty here. Now, we've watched a little bit of football before, haven't we, Coach Goebel? We had an idea what it might have been, and so it's unfortunate for the Red Dragons on a big play that they're going to have to put it in reverse.
Well, I know you're enthusiastic, and I know it's that everything happens fast, but you just got to try to have some sense. I'm not saying the kid's stupid, but you got to control what you're doing with yourself as much as you can.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough, and
sure it is.
That's why you have to learn and kind of get out of some of those habits, and that's what both these teams are trying to do is they continue to look for that first win of the season. Here comes Lilly back to pass, and he will fire it. It's going to be incomplete.
Middle screen.
Tyrell Ellis unable to secure the catch there before getting up the field, and I think he saw about 2 or 3 Black Eagle defenders coming after him.
When you run that middle screen like that, they set it up pretty well. But in my opinion, that if you're up front there, you got to hit and hold the defender just a little bit longer before you release there.
And that's a tough play.
Sure it is.
To execute as well, from the lineman's perspective, obviously.
Dragons going for it.
So 4th down here coming.
That's one thing about it. You get in this situation, in this kind of game.
A little bit of confusion for St. Albans, but they are, well, they are not going to get the snap off unless we may got a timeout called.
Yes, timeout St. Albans.
So we'll take it with them. You're watching High School Friday Night Football here, presented by HT Media.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
It's that time of year again when things start to cool down. But here at Yes Chevy and Yes Ford, the deals are heating up. I'm Keith Powell, and I want to help you lower your current monthly payment, have a down payment that's just $99, and get a lifetime warranty with fast and easy credit approval. That's right, don't freeze up over huge down payments. You can ride away for just $99 today. Get pre-approved at KeithSaysYes.com. Only at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
And we are back, and so are the Red Dragons. Here you go, 4th down. And Lilly with the pass complete to Sam McCord, and he's going to continue to fire down inside the 15-yard line. 1st down, Red Dragons in St. Albans.
Great call by the Dragons, putting Deuce McLean into motion to the left.
And everybody went with him.
The defense rotated that direction, then leak out the other guy and dump it to him there. Good job.
So St. Albans now inside the red zone here. Inside that, typically we like to call it a Marshall to Dutch Miller red zone, and they're one of our partners, so might as well. Let's just throw them a bone there. It's got a good ring to it. 7-6 here. South Charleston with the lead. The difference of Josh Boston, PAT, was hit. St. Albans missed theirs. Doinked off the left upright. So here comes McLean in motion. They're going to hand it off to Ellis. And he's going to get himself a decent little gain, about 4 yards.
Tried to execute the trap play there. The guard came across the formation, had a nice block, opened up a hole. The linebacker did a great job of scraping up into the gap and making the play there.
So now we are under 8 minutes here in the second quarter. Just shy of the 10-yard line. Be a 2nd and 6 here coming for St. Albans. They've done a good job running those inside traps so far, haven't they,
Yes,
Coach
they
Noble?
have. Pretty good.
So you continue with that down here. Here comes the Red Dragons. McCord now offset this time. Ellis in more of the up back position. And Lilly will take the snap. He's going to run it himself this time, and good blocking to the outside.
Nice job.
And he delivers a hit inside there on Trey Hayes. I'd like to see that out of the quarterback run game there when you're delivering the blow. Nicely done there on the run by Reese Lilly. Tough kid right there. So just short of the 1st down, though. 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Red Dragons.
One thing you have to here, the defenders are playing inside leverage on Deuce McLean and the rest of those guys. And what that means, they're obviously giving pressure so they can't come across the middle or down toward the back, toward the goalpost. What you need to do is run some kind of play where you can fake it toward them like that, and then cut and bend toward the corner to the outside to get away from the defender.
So we are going to get a measurement here. Thought it was pretty close. And I believe they're gonna get that thing. First down for the Black Eagles.
There we go.
So good thing they did take for a measurement there. And so now, first down for the Red Dragons. Excuse me. Both having those colors in their scheme there, Coach Goble, making it tough on me here today, the red and the black.
Well, you know, my favorite school colors have always been black and orange because a long time ago I played for the Midget League team here in South Charleston when I was a youngster. I like that black and orange.
So here we go now. For South Charleston, got to get tough inside the goal line. Lilly hands it off to McCord, and nothing there at all. Zaninga comes out with the football.
Tried to run that wide trap again to no avail. Too many guys coming in behind the pulling guard, shutting it down.
And again, a really nice play there by Bradley Sigmund. Shooting in, making the play. Got help from Zaninga on the back end of it. So now we got a second down in goal here.
Black Eagles are hunkering down here, buddy.
Trying to make a stand here. Hold that lead, make the Red Dragons have to take an opportunity and trust their kicking game again.
I'd be going to that guy with the red hoodie out there if it were up to me. Number 2.
McLean has been special so far. We're going to bring Kamate Gravely back across the formation. Deuce McLean. And we've got all kinds of confusion, and looks like it's going to be another timeout for St. Albans. And so we'll take it with them here. You're watching HD Media presented by, or Friday Night Lights presented by HD Media.
If you love spaghetti, wow, Gino's has a deal you will love. Dine in to enjoy our delicious home-style spaghetti, choice of buttered or garlic bread, and a 20-ounce soft drink for only $8.99. Topped with our famous meat sauce, Gino's home-style spaghetti is a West Virginia favorite. It's spaghetti, choice of bread, and a soft drink for only $8.99. But hurry in, this deal that you'll love is only available for a limited time. Also right now, get any 2-topping large Gino's pizza for just $12 at participating locations.
When your vehicle is damaged in an accident, it's not only the damage, it's the inconvenience that's the problem. David Smith Frame and Body Shop has over 35 years experience in the business of not only fixing your vehicle correctly, but to work with your insurance company in helping arrange a rental. It's all in the experience of the people at David Smith Frame and Body Shop that make it a good experience for you.
I hope you don't need us, but if you do.
Like Pawpaw says, isn't it nice to know David Smith Frame and Body Shop is there for you?
And we are back here in South Charleston. So are the Red Dragons. Lilly back to pass. In on the slant. It's a touchdown. St. Albans. Nice catch right there. Secured by Ashton Hamilton.
Some of my coaching expertise there said don't throw the slant, throw the corner route. They threw the slant for touchdown.
And it worked just fine there. Nice toss there. Lilly
I'm glad they didn't listen
to Hamilton.
Glad they didn't listen to me.
So now the Red Dragons, this time, are going to kick the field goal again, or the extra point.
Big play right here.
Gavin Duncan. The kicker, big boy. And he hits it. So now St. Albans takes a 13-7 lead. And we will take a break. You're watching High School Football Friday Night Lights, presented by HD Media.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
We are back here. Gavin Duncan will kick it away. Another pooch along the sideline. South Charleston will return it across the 30 to the 35.
Oh, nice tackle.
Nice little gain there on the return.
Number 1, Malcolm Maxwell, coming down there and lowering the boom.
Mason Walton getting the football in his hands and doing a decent little job with it for South Charleston. And so now the Black Eagles scored. They weren't able to stop St. Albans, and now they got another opportunity to take the lead here before half. Under the gun. Hands it off to his Riley. Bryson Johnson on the carry, about 4 yards on first down.
Straight dive out of the wing T motion again, back to the basic offense. Grinding a little bit, not too much yardage there, got a little bit.
You don't go broke taking a profit though, Coach Goebel, and if you can avoid the penalties, you can move the ball down the field. So Riley will fake it this time, and he'll run with it in an option pitch. And a nice little gain there. Malcolm Brown.
St. Albans showing some nice speed in pursuing that outside stuff too.
Yeah, their defense has been pretty outstanding to this point in time in the game, minus maybe 1 or 2 plays there.
And it's also tough running an option to the boundary, tight side of the field like that. You don't have a lot of area to get that ball out there and for the guy to work after he gets the pitch. That's a pretty nice job.
Once again, a decent little gain there for South Charleston, and it sets up a 3rd and short here, 3rd and 3. Can definitely run anything in the playbook right now. So here comes Riley. And he'll fake it, and he'll roll out with it. And he'll hit Malcolm Brown, and it's going to be a first down for South Charleston.
Nice play action there. Fake the trap to the fullback and roll it out with it.
Into St. Albans territory now at the 49. And so you like seeing Matt Riley kind of moving around a little bit here.
Absolutely.
Has the ability to run, but also definitely has the ability to kind of pitch that thing out.
He's doing a good job for a youngster.
Yeah, freshman here definitely has some skills, and you got to commend Coach Resler for allowing the youngster to get out there and kind of become a leader on this football team.
Especially the kind of composure he has for a freshman.
And we got a penalty flag.
Imagine that.
False start.
Has either team had one solid drive without a penalty this evening? I don't think. Have they? Maybe one?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think there's been one drive without some hankies being thrown.
Yep.
So we're at 4.5 minutes essentially to go till halftime. Both these teams, though, a lot of fire, a lot of competitive spirit here being shown tonight.
Well,
South Charleston.
I was getting ready to mention to you when we were on a commercial break a minute ago, this has been one of the best games we've seen this year.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
A lot of tight, competitive football to this point. No one running away with anything right now.
Especially if you're a defensive fan.
Here comes Matt Riley rolling out. And hits Zaninga. Zaninga out across to the 37-yard line. South Charleston really getting something going with this kind of roll-out perimeter passing game at this point.
Run the play action, then rolling away from it, and what it's doing, it's making the secondary throttle down and bite on the play action, which gives the receiver a chance to get out there and get open. Good football right there.
And South Charleston really being efficient offensively this drive, getting some big plays at the perimeter. So here comes the Black Eagles with a new fresh set of downs. They'll hand it off. Oh, absolutely nowhere to go that time, and that's the kind of the negative of always rolling out there, right, Coach Goebel?
That's when you're doing that, you got a guy that makes up his mind he's going to get downhill on you, and that's what happens.
A big-time play there by Devin Curry.
Devin came off the corner that time. He's got really good quickness. He's been battling all evening with South Charleston's left tackle there.
So here comes South Charleston now behind the sticks here, 2nd and 17. O'Reilly will roll out again, and
same thing.
That might be deja vu.
Wow.
Unbelievable. What a play right there by Curry.
Twice.
And so now, if you're South Charleston, now you're sitting at a 3rd and an Uber, right, Coach Goebel?
That's right.
After having so much success, 2 big plays by Curry have blown up this drive. So here comes South Charleston out of the gun this time. Matt Riley. And he'll throw back the pass. And it's intercepted.
By guess who?
Mr. Curry. Absolutely coming through, and that's a freshman right there. Riley trying to make something happen. A couple sacks in a row. And then what a play.
He made up his mind that he was going to try to make a difference this series, I believe, don't you?
And I think he has. St. Albans absolutely now trying to kind of, and you see some hung heads here from South Charleston. You talked about it, Coach Goebel, in the open, that if, you know.
Yep, you got to keep your head up. You got to keep going.
Especially when it's against a team that, you know, has had the same struggles as you when things start going the wrong way.
Like I always used to tell my players, Fido, it means forget it, drive on.
I like that, Fido.
That's right, buddy.
So here we go for St. Albans now, an opportunity to extend their lead. 6-point advantage right now. Lilly back to pass. Fired out to the outside.
Wow, did you say literally no one over there? There was not a defender within 10 yards of that guy.
And Malcolm Maxwell unable to haul it in. He's had a good game in coverage defensively and made a couple plays, but unable to hold that one.
There was not a soul over there.
So St. Albans go back to the drawing board here on 2nd and 10 now. You got to think maybe a trap here, some type of run on the interior like they've been doing so well in the early going here, Coach Goebel, right?
Could be.
Late second quarter action here from South Charleston. Lilly fakes the handoff, and he'll throw it down the field for Maxwell, and a little errant there on the pass.
One thing some of you aficionado football people will probably already noticed I haven't mentioned yet either is St. Albans plays on their offensive line with all 5 of their linemen in a 2-point stance. You see a lot of times now, like in the NFL and big colleges and stuff, well, not a lot in the NFL, but in collegiate football and in high school, where the center and the guards will be down, but the tackle will stay up in a 2-point stance. These guys, all 4 of them, of course, besides the center,
right,
are up all the time, 2-point stance.
Is that the kind of to try and help them against a pass rush they feel? And what a great toss right there by Lilly, connecting with Kadir Maxwell. We got another penalty flag being thrown there at the end of the play. You can see South Charleston, some frustration starting to boil over here.
I believe someone on the sideline may have had something to say to one of the officials. Wow.
That's a tough one there to take there if you're South Charleston, and now St. Albans really getting in good position here.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't I say something pregame about mistakes and penalties?
Yep. And there's been a ton of them to this point in time.
Yep. And that's hurt both these teams, I'm sure, down the line here. I would imagine if you go back and look at some of their games, that might have been the major contributor to what happened to them.
That's also when you got young teams, you're trying to kind of learn that. McLean this time getting thrown down. Bosley absolutely was not fooled at all by that, and might actually have gotten a telegraph of what the play was, because he was telepathically in the backfield there.
The thing about him that impresses me, he's a 10th grader.
Yeah. You see, I mean, that's the thing with both these teams. There's a lot of good young talent. Curry making plays on the defensive line for St. Albans there. Then you've got Bosley making a big play there for South Charleston. Quarterback and Matt Riley, a freshman right now. So the futures are bright. You just got to continue to endure and continue to grow and get better.
Yeah, and he works and gets in the weight room and stays after everything. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with, I'm telling you.
So here comes the Red Dragons now. 2nd down and long. Lilly back to pass, and he'll pitch it out to McCord. McCord trying to make some guys miss. Bryson Johnson and a whole host of Black Eagles. Trey Hayes as well on the stop. So going to be a 3rd down coming here for the Black Eagles, and What are you going to get, Coach Gill? What are we going with? Maybe a bicycle ride on this one. It's a little.
Yeah, maybe a tricycle.
Well, that's the hard part too, because there's talent here, right, on both these teams, but the penalties just make it difficult when you've got to go so far to continue to be efficient as well on your drives. It makes it difficult.
And as a coach, it drives you absolutely out of your mind.
So 49 seconds to go here. 3rd down at 15 for the Red Dragons. Kicking game for them has missed an extra point, but also got one as well. Lilly back to pass. He'll fire into the corner of the end zone. And just dropped. Had him.
Great coverage, too. There was 3 black and red defenders back there in that corner with him.
Ashton Hamilton had the man beat, had it in his hands, and then it fell out of his hands.
You notice one thing, too, that I have noticed. Neither team has really brought a wholesale blitz very often. I don't know if St. Albans has done it at one time. Every once in a while they're bringing an extra guy, but they're definitely playing coverage behind everything.
Absolutely. Both teams really getting a lot of good pressure with the front four. Been some good defensive interior play here so far. So 4th down at 15. St. Albans trying to extend their lead from 13 to 7. Lilly gets the gun, pass, back, and it's going to be shy. Malcolm Brown on the interception. He's going to continue to tiptoe out of bounds before getting drilled by Lilly on the sideline. They're trying to get a late hit there on him, and I don't think any official saw it. Plus the quarterback did it, so they would never throw it then at that point, right, Coach Goebel?
Yep. No, but now he's frustrated,
Yeah, absolutely. Throwing late over the middle, though, that's the no-no, right?
That's no man's land.
And so a big defensive play there by South Charleston, and showing a little bow in their neck, getting tough there.
I had a kid that played for me at Tech. He called going across the middle. He called that. He said that's when you got to run through the briar patch and catch it.
And right there, they weren't able to go through the briar patch, but they're going to take a timeout here. South Charleston is, so we'll take it with them. Ethan decides that halftime is going to have plenty of ads, so we'll keep talking.
He wanted to hear my story.
He wanted to go through that briar patch with you, Coach Goebel.
That's what the kid told me. He said, that's a briar patch, like a briar patch out there. Coach, it'll cut me to pieces as I go through there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you what, right now, you got to think both these teams, before going into halftime, got to feel a little bit of good vibes. They're both you're in this football game. You have an opportunity tonight.
And I'll tell you another thing, and I've talked about this a little bit, if not quite a bit. Both of these teams are athletic. They have some guys that can run on both sides of the ball. They have guys that can cover on both sides of the ball. I mean, like we talked about, the ingredients for the future are there for both of these football teams.
So here comes South Charleston. A little flea flicker reverse play, and almost got himself knocked down by his own man. A great effort right there by Jameer Myers, but plenty of flags thrown on the play.
I believe that was a double reverse there.
Some creativity there from South Charleston, but unfortunately when you call for penalties, it's all for naught.
And talk about these teams, you get in the off season, you got to get in the weight room, you got to work on agilities, you got to do all that stuff. But what makes them better, ultimately what makes them better, you have to do all that to prepare, but what makes them better, they have to play. You got to play in games. Practice doesn't do it. Play.
Yep.
And you got these young guys, and like we talked about in a couple years from now, where all these youngsters have played, they're going to be able to do some things.
Yep, absolutely. Well, it's obviously, too, I'm sure with both these programs, the Monday nights, big for them as well, playing that JV ball.
Sure.
And kind of building that program up. It's just not always Fridays.
That's right. Absolutely.
And so here comes Riley. Out of the gun, Brown in motion. He'll fire it deep down the sideline. That thing's going to be picked off by the Red. No, it's not either. In and out of the hands.
Wow.
Of Kadir Maxwell.
I'm sure he wished he had that one back.
So with 6 seconds to go here, Coach Goebel, and you're South Charleston, you're down 6. Do you want to take another opportunity to make something like that happen again, or are we maybe running a ball and trying to get out of here and get to halftime?
I believe I'd try to regroup. But, the other thing is, if you mess around and score, then look at the momentum you got.
You never know. So here comes the handoff to Bryson Johnson. And he's going to barrel through there with a good run. I'd like to see more of that if I'm South Charleston in the second half. Johnson, full head of steam, although he is a little banged up on the play.
It looked like he might have caught a shoulder pad in the thigh there.
So we'll go to halftime here. St. Albans with a 13-7 lead on South Charleston. Coming back in the second half, we'll have scores from around the state and more great action here. You're watching Friday Night Lights, presented by HD Media.
When working traffic across West Virginia, dealing with deaths and injuries is the toughest part of the job.
Around here, we're experts at survival, so you know the importance of buckling up.
Mountaineers are always free, but we're not free from consequences.
Crashes can happen anywhere. When you don't buckle up, you increase your risk of dying in a crash.
If writing a ticket can prevent tragedies like the ones I've seen, I'll do it.
Why? Because it saves lives. Always buckle up.
A message from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Hi, I'm Xavier Bosley, and I'm from Charleston, West Virginia. And when I'm back home, you can catch me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at Par-Mar stores. Download the Par-Mar stores app and sign up for our rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. From gas to groceries, you'll find what you need at Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Serving the area one truck at a time for over 60 years, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is in your neighborhood each and every day working to keep your family warm and comfortable. With cooler days ahead and winter right around the corner, now's the time to schedule your home HVAC system tune-up and preventive maintenance. If you need a new system and received a quote from another company, give Mullen a chance to take a second look. Right now we're offering 0% financing on a new Ream home system and includes a 10-year worry-free warranty. Remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call or visit us online today to schedule your appointment at mullenplumbing.com.
West Virginia's only Acura dealer, Lester Raines Acura. Keeping it simple, saving you money. Lester Raines Honda. Consider Lester Raines Mazda for your next vehicle purchase.
Surround yourself with beautiful views at the Eagle's Nest Restaurant and Lounge, open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Try our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet on Saturdays from 9 to noon. How about lunch instead? Join us for our lunch buffet on Sunday and Wednesday through Friday from noon to 2. Want a place to relax after a long week? Our lounge has happy hour every Friday night starting at 4:30. Great quality food at prices you'll love. Come to Eagle's Nest Restaurant just off Canal Turnpike in South Charleston.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
Tudor's Biscuit World breakfast wraps are stuffed with farm fresh goodness like scrambled eggs, real cheese, and golden hash browns. Choose from fully loaded, crispy bacon or country sausage. Now introducing Tudor's grilled chicken lunch wraps, zesty ranch, savory southwest, and bold barbecue. All stuffed with tender grilled chicken, lettuce, and Colby Jack cheese. From morning to noon, Tudor's wraps make a delicious meal. Tudor's new grilled chicken wraps are only $4.99 at participating locations for a limited time.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
It's that time of year again when things start to cool down. But here at Yes Chevy and Yes Ford, the deals are just I'm Keith Powell, and I want to help you lower your current monthly payment, have a down payment that's just $99, and get a lifetime warranty with fast and easy credit approval. That's right, don't freeze up over huge down payments. You can ride away for just $99 today. Get pre-approved at KeithSaysYes.com. Only at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
If you love spaghetti, wow, Gino's has a deal you will love. Dine in to enjoy our delicious home-style spaghetti, choice of buttered or garlic bread, and a 20-ounce soft drink for only $8.99. Topped with our famous meat sauce, Gino's home-style spaghetti is a West Virginia favorite. It's spaghetti, choice of bread, and a soft drink for only $8.99. But hurry in, this deal that you'll love is only available for a limited time. Also right now, get any two-topping large Gino's pizza for just $12 at participating locations.
When your vehicle is damaged in an accident, it's not only the damage, it's the inconvenience that's the problem. David Smith Frame and Body Shop has over 35 years experience in the business of not only fixing your vehicle correctly, but to work with your insurance company in helping arrange a rental. It's all in the experience of the people at David Smith Frame and Body Shop that make it a good experience for you.
I hope you don't need us, but if you do.
Like Papa says, isn't it nice to know David Smith Frame and Body Shop is there for you?
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
When working traffic across West Virginia, dealing with deaths and injuries is the toughest part of the job.
Around here, we're experts at survival, so you know the importance of buckling up.
Mountaineers are always free, but we're not free from consequences.
Crashes can happen anywhere. When you don't buckle up, you increase your risk of dying in a crash.
If writing a ticket can prevent tragedies like the ones I've seen, I'll do it.
Why? Because it saves lives. Always buckle up.
A message from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Hi, I'm Xavier Bosley, and I'm from Charleston, West Virginia. And when I'm back home, you can catch me at my local Par-Mar store.
We had that gold and blue pride at Par-Mar stores. Download the Par-Mar stores app and sign up for our rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. From gas to groceries, you'll find what you need at Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Serving the area one truck at a time for over 60 years, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is in your neighborhood each and every day working to keep your family warm and comfortable. With cooler days ahead and winter right around the corner, now's the time to schedule your home HVAC system tune-up and preventive maintenance. If you need a new system and received a quote from another company, give Mullen a chance to take a second look. Right now we're offering 0% financing on a new Ream home system and includes a 10-year worry-free warranty. Remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call or visit us online today to schedule your appointment at mullenplumbing.com.
West Virginia's only Acura dealer, Lester Raines Acura. Keeping it simple, saving you money. Lester Raines Honda. Consider Lester Raines Mazda for your next vehicle purchase.
Surround yourself with beautiful views at the Eagles Nest Restaurant and Lounge, open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Try our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet on Saturdays from 9 to noon. How about lunch instead? Join us for our lunch buffet on Sunday and Wednesday through Friday from noon to 2. Want a place to relax after a long week? Our lounge has happy hour every Friday night starting at 4:30. Great quality food at prices you'll love. Come to Eagles Nest Restaurant just off Canal Turnpike in South Charleston.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
Tudor's Biscuit World breakfast wraps are stuffed with farm fresh goodness like scrambled eggs, real cheese, and golden hash browns. Choose from fully loaded, crispy bacon or country sausage. Now, introducing Tudor's grilled chicken lunch wraps, zesty ranch, savory southwest, and bold barbecue. All stuffed with tender grilled chicken, lettuce, and Colby Jack cheese. From morning to noon, Tudor's wraps make a delicious meal. Tudor's new grilled chicken wraps are only $4.99 at participating locations for a limited time.
Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hurricane is built a little differently than other dealerships on things like a smile and a handshake. That's because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals, and the huge inventory in both new and pre-owned doesn't hurt either. So when you're ready for your next vehicle, make that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just off the Hurricane exit of I-64, Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, making friends one deal at a time.
I'm Chris Miller, and I'm proud to sponsor productions like this one that showcase the best of this great state. School pride runs deep here. Friday night lights, crowded gyms, packed auditoriums. It's what makes this such a great place to live and work. So be true to your school. And at Dutch Miller Auto, we're there with you. Because when we build on our young people, everybody wins. I'm proud to lead the way as we bring out the best in West Virginia. I'm Chris Miller, and enjoy the game.
It's that time of year again when things start to cool down. But here at Yes Chevy and Yes Ford, the deals are up. I'm Keith Powell, and I want to help you lower your current monthly payment, have a down payment that's just $99, and get a lifetime warranty with fast and easy credit approval. That's right, don't freeze up over huge down payments. You can ride away for just $99 today. Get pre-approved at KeithSaysYes.com. Only at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
If you love spaghetti, wow, Gino's has a deal you will love. Dine in to enjoy our delicious home-style spaghetti, choice of buttered or garlic bread, and a 20-ounce soft drink for only $8.99. Topped with our famous meat sauce, Gino's home-style spaghetti is a West Virginia favorite. It's spaghetti, choice of bread, and a soft drink for only $8.99. But hurry in, this deal that you'll love is only available for a limited time. Also right now, get any two-topping large Gino's pizza for just $12 at participating locations.
When your vehicle is damaged in an accident, it's not only the damage, it's the inconvenience that's the problem. David Smith Frame and Body Shop has over 35 years experience in the business of not only fixing your vehicle correctly, but to work with your insurance company in helping arrange a rental. It's all in the experience of the people at David Smith Frame and Body Shop that make it a good experience for you.
I hope you don't need us, but if you do.
Like Papa says, isn't it nice to know David Smith Frame Body Shop is there for you?
When working traffic across West Virginia, dealing with deaths and injuries is the toughest part of the job.
Around here, we're experts at survival, so you know the importance of buckling up.
Mountaineers are always free, but we're not free from consequences.
Crashes can happen anywhere. When you don't buckle up, you increase your risk of dying in a crash.
If writing a ticket can prevent tragedies like the ones I've seen, I'll do it.
Why? Because it saves lives. Always buckle up.
A message from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
So we are wrapping up the halftime festivities here in South Charleston. It's homecoming week and a great ceremony there. And
little tidbit of trivia here for you. The homecoming queen, Anna Poor, is the daughter of West Virginia State basketball coach Brian Poor, who I started coaching at age 8 and babysitting him and his brother. So they're like my little brothers, him and his brother Mark both. So it's
good moment for you, Coach Go. Yeah, proud moment here to be here to watch it.
Time moves on, man.
That's right. So we've got about 2.5 minutes to play here, but we'll give you a little bit of a lowdown on what's going on around the state here in Quad A. Some third quarter scores, and we'll keep you updated on these as the night continues to move on. Martinsburg, number 2 in the state, somehow number 2 in Quad A. They are up on Morgantown 37-14 in the third quarter. We have Bridgeport taking on Parkersburg South. Bridgeport number 3 in AAA, and they have a 42-21 lead on Parkersburg South, who is 4-1 and ranked number 4 in the Quad A rankings. Parkersburg and GW, we got a 14-10 score in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter there, Jefferson with a 34-14 lead over South Hagerstown, the Rebels from Maryland. University Hawks there with a 24-13 lead over Connellsville, PA, the Falcons 24-13 lead. And Hedgesville went to play a team from Maryland, Liberty, the Lions, with a 32-7 win over the 13th ranked Hedgesville squad. And a final here, or final score, excuse me, not final in terms of the score. It is in the fourth quarter, though. Musselman with a 28-27 lead over Cabell Midland. Both those teams trying to avoid that 16th spot and a date potentially with Martinsburg or Spring Mills in the playoffs.
Don't feel bad, though. If you're in Quad A, you're in the playoffs.
You have an opportunity to make some noise in the postseason. There's a couple good teams there, like a GW sitting there at number 10. You know, Morgantown as well, number 7. So there's some squads there.
Well, you know,
still have an opportunity.
That's the way they do it in basketball. Why not? Give them all a chance, you know?
Yep. Get hot at the right time, right?
That's absolutely.
So some AAA scores from around the state as we are going to see some action here in about a half minute. We'll get to a few of them there before we dial back in on the action here in South Charleston. Fairmont Senior number 1 is up on number 3 Wheeling Park Quad 8 team, 21-14 in the fourth quarter. The Polar Bears continuing their dominance. Last night, Hoover absolutely, as Coach Goebbels told me a couple times, ran roughshod over Wayne. Wayne number 4 in AA, but the Huskies looked real good last night. North Marion and Elkins in a ball game right now. Number 5 North Marion and Elkins number 7, 22-20 in the third quarter. And one final one here before we get dialed back in. Huntington and Spring Valley, 24-14. The Highlanders lead over the Timberwolves. So we are back here to action, and Josh Boston will kick it away for the Black Eagles, down 13-7.
The home contingent's been having a lot of fun here tonight. Homecoming going on, and the Eagles fighting and playing a good game here. It's been a good time so far.
And a really good ball game. Eliminate some of the penalties, and we got ourselves a dandy here, and that's going to go out of bounds, though. Another penalty flag to start off the second half. That time Boston looked like a soccer kicker there more than football kicker.
Yeah, I think tried to put the old squib on there, and I don't know, that wasn't a squib. That was like a whirligig or something. I don't know what you call it.
Didn't quite work the way they were hoping it would there.
It did have some serious spin on it, though.
So now go ahead, Coach, go.
The question is, ladies and gentlemen, can either one of these teams sustain a drive without a penalty?
We'll continue to keep an eye on that. St. Albans will start here with a first down and 10, just north of the 35-36, and Lilly will be out of the gun. He'll bring McLean in motion. Hands it off to Ellis. Ellis Going to be wrapped up at about the 39.
Red Dragons, South Charleston bringing the blitz on the first down there.
And a nice little run from Ellis. Getting out to the outside, got about 2 yards. And so, Coach Goble, St. Albans with the lead, right?
Yep.
They have the ball here to start the quarter. This is an opportunity to put a little distance between you and South Charleston.
Yes.
Are we looking for big play, or are we looking for kind of sustained success here if you're the Red Dragons through the running game? Because it's been very effective at this point.
Well, considering the history of both these teams, I would be looking for anything that can get that ball down the field and into the end zone.
Whatever it may be. Lilly will hand it off again, and there goes Ellis. Another nice run.
Nice trap play. He was about one handful away from breaking that one. Dragons are coming off the football a little bit there now.
Now we got a 3rd down and about 4 here for St. Albans.
They've had a little bit of success with that trap play this evening.
And they really ran the ball well. It's really been the penalties that have kind of shot them in the foot and not allowed them to continue to kind of sustain that success on the ground.
Yeah.
So a 3rd down here, big opportunity for St. Albans to put a little distance between them and South Charleston to start off this football game. We got some neutral zone movement there.
Everybody's pointing at everybody.
Yep.
Who knows?
Who knows which way they're going to go? We'll see here in just a second.
Yeah. Black Eagles.
Yeah. Well, although I will say there, Coach Goble, did we see anybody move from because can't you jump back out of the neutral zone?
I kind of saw a little bit of white material flinching over there myself. Couldn't swear to it. But.
Right. Well, and I guess if you do flinch because of a guy being in the neutral zone, I guess that's why you get the penalty called there as it is. So St. Albans getting pushed back. They'll have the ball on the 50-yard line. And there comes Ellis with a big old run there, and he's going to get it down inside the 30-yard line.
Nice trap once again.
About a gain of 21.
The Dragons have got that trapping game going.
We really need to continue that with that. Build off it with the bread and butter, then get McLean rolling a little bit with the pitch and catch on the outside.
Yeah, and they're going there and kicking out with that guard and then coming up through there with the wing back. Done.
Totally different approaches to St. Albans, the way they came out of the game versus now how they've kind of sustained success offensively.
Well, it's one advantage about having a long halftime. They found some adjustments, and maybe they found some things they think that'll work, and obviously they have.
They were starting to do it some in the first half, but just different how it's like they kind of came out with all the bells and whistles, and then they realized, well, you know what? We can run the football, and that's going to be incompletion there. Ellis just didn't get that thing up off the ground just enough there for McLean to make the play as he's running backwards. That's a tough play. That'll stop our 3rd quarter clock here. So South Charleston right now, Coach Goble, down 6. St. Albans starting to kind of have their way with you up front. What's kind of the motivation, the message right now for the Black Eagles?
You just got to hang in there and try to get a stop here.
They did get one there. Did get one there to end the half there. Nice stop there.
Counter tray once again.
Bosley on the play again.
Pulling the guard to kick out.
Nice stop as well by Jackson Slack coming in there.
They pull that guard and kick out, then they pull Trey Hayes from the wing position to go through there to cut up into the hole. It's kind of like a trap with an ISO behind it. It's been very successful for them.
So a 3rd down and 6 coming now.
Now, the question is, can we do this without shooting ourselves in the foot?
We got some play being running from the sideline there, Ellis.
So far, they've executed well with their concentration and intensity and doing the job right. So
Lilly getting special instructions there. Reese Lilly hands it off, and Coach Goble, just what we were talking about. There comes the hanky. False start on St. Albans. So now it'll be a 3rd and 11. And what was manageable now becomes much more difficult.
Running a trap to the right-hand side there, and there was a nice hole there, too, with the wing back coming up in there once again.
Because 3rd and 6, you probably, you're maybe in 4-down territory, you can run the ball. If you're still in 4-down territory, I guess you could still run the ball here and see what you get to make that pass a little easier come 4th down. Comes Lilly. Out of the gun. Gets the snap. Fires it down the football field, and that's going to be thrown in the direction of Jermaine Smith, not able to make the play.
Nice protection that time by the Red Dragons. Gave him time to set his feet and throw the ball.
A wayward throw there from Lilly, and so it'll be a 4th down coming. Imagine we'll see a little ball being thrown in the air again here. So if you're St. Albans here, they've been trying to go vertical a lot lately.
Right.
Is that not going to eventually soften up the middle of the field, you'd think, here against South Charleston? Although Myers has been back there patrolling and doing a very good job in the middle all night.
They're bringing in a linebacker, too.
Comes Lilly, he'll fire it to the outside. Complete. And Camonte Gravely continuing to fight for yards along the sideline.
They get the 1st down.
He's pleading his case over there.
Here we go.
Like you said, Coach Go, another penalty flag. A lot of hands and a lot of talking with the hands here from both sides. A lot of frustrations from the season boiling over in this game with an opportunity to win.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I don't care. There's no excuse for running your mouth and getting a penalty. I don't care who you are.
And so now St. Albans in really good position after the penalty and getting the big first down on 4th.
You know, and it's a shame. You got 10 of your teammates busting the rear end, doing everything they can, and then you say something like that, and it causes them to move the ball.
And, you know, it is tough sometimes. The actions of one does punish, you know.
I always told them if you want to go solo, go play tennis.
Yep, the actions of few sometimes hurt the many, I guess. And
right.
So it'll be St. Albans inside the 10, just inside the 10 at the 9, so unable to get that 1st down. This time they're going to have to go and get into the paint there. Put 6 on the board. And we're going to have another penalty. Deuce McLean trying to get a head start.
Remember a long time ago in the Star Trek movie when Spock was dying and Captain Kirk asked him, why'd you do that? Kind of what you said. He said, the needs of the many far outweigh the needs of the one.
Yes.
And I had said that several times at practice. And my son, he was real little then. He said, Mom, he just said Dad's quote.
He'd heard it many times before. Here comes Reese Lilly with the handoff up the middle there to Tyrell Ellis. And he's continuing to fight. My goodness, what effort there by Tyrell Ellis.
That young man smells the goal line. He's wanting to get in there, isn't he?
Just bouncing off South Charleston tacklers.
Now, the biggest difference I see right now, St. Albans is starting to get a little domination here because they're starting to move South Charleston's defense off the ball now. Finally getting the surge, you're finally getting movement up front, and they've done that on this whole drive.
Deflating right now for South Charleston, the penalty there that put them inside the goal line.
Yeah, I meant St. Albans is moving the ball, pardon me.
Both start with S's, both got colors in their names, Coach Goebel, and both looking for that first W of the season. And they'll hand it off to Ellis, and he's going to score. Touchdown, St. Albans.
Up front.
Was untouched.
Now, like we were talking about earlier in the game, this is when the psychological part of it starts, okay? St. Albans is up now. If they make the kick, obviously it's going to be 20-7, okay?
They're going to go for 2 here, Coach Goebel, I believe.
Okay, well, there you go. But now, for South Charleston, are the same old habits going to set in now? You know, is everybody going to be deflated? Are they going to, start thinking about what all's going on and everything?
What are we having for dinner later tonight?
Yeah.
Where am I going to watch the Mountaineer game tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Here we go again.
Got to stay in the fight.
That's right.
Here comes Reese Lilly back to pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Bosley stayed in the fight there and got his hand on it. So it's 19-7, and now South Charleston really going to need to get themselves a big play or a big drive here.
They've got
to
the
put some points on the board.
Offense being down 2 scores now.
We've seen some sparks tonight from them. Just got to do the same things that St. Albans was able to avoid enough this possession, and that's not shooting themselves in the foot as often as they have so far.
Well, that's been the difference, because all evening long they've had both sides have flashes of getting things done and moving the football, and then bam, there's the penalty,
So here we go now, St. Albans.
And of course that time, South Charleston's penalties helped St. Albans move the ball.
Right. And a big 15 on a 4th and 11 at that too. And that's the kind of things that when they go against you, they really can cost you, and they're big impacts in the game.
Right.
And was able to get 6 points on the board as St. Albans was able to parlay it in for a touchdown there from Terrell Ellis.
Well, that might come again once how young they are, May not have some older guys out there that are big-time leaders,
Booted away, and here comes Watson running with it, and a good gain up across the 36, 37-yard line, and another flag thrown at the end of the play.
I don't think these two teams like each other very well.
I don't think so either, but Coach Go, I'm starting to think we might be north of 40 flags in this football game. It's not like in college where we have all the stats being handed to us, but it's got to have been at least close to 30 at this point. Let's see what he has to say again. So South Charleston shoots themselves in the foot on the return. It was a good return there.
I don't know exactly what the penalty was.
By Walton. So now
here we go again.
Makes it even harder on yourself here if you're South Charleston. You got to find a way to move it again.
Your coach on the sidelines, come on, guys, we got a chance. Let's go get them. Tweet, well, okay, back up 20 yards, but let's keep trying.
Yep.
It gets tough.
Yep. Staying on schedule, the big part of the game of football, and
Absolutely.
So far it's been tough for South Charleston tonight with all these penalties. They'll hand it off.
And when you run a wing T offense like South Charleston is, you usually live and die by the run.
Exactly. So, when you're down by 12 here, as you're in the middle of the third quarter,
sure.
And St. Albans scores on their first possession of the second half.
Now you have some teams that run it great, like Bridgeport, but what they do, they'll run for a while, then catch you asleep and throw one over your head, you know.
Exactly.
And maybe South Charleston could do this. I don't know.
They have the athletes on the outside.
As we see two wideouts go out.
Malcolm Brown, and the ball was fumbled there on the snap.
That would have been.
Matt Riley's able to fall on it.
That would have been what would you call it, an inspirational killer right there if they would have lost that football.
Yeah, absolutely. With down 2 scores, handing it inside to your opponent inside the red zone there would have been difficult. And so South Charleston now with the 3rd down and about 9. Going to be out of the gun here is Riley. Brown in motion. He'll throw it deep down the sideline and incomplete.
And like we were talking about earlier tonight too, both teams have excellent secondaries. You've seen just about everything that's been explosive has been on the ground, because St. Albans, South Charleston both are shutting down the passing game for the deep ball anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing getting by them more than 15 yards down the field. Really, the big plays have been on short passes or intermediate ones that have then allowed a guy to get loose into open field.
They're both very athletic in their secondaries.
So Boston will be back to kick it here for South Charleston. And he'll boot it away. It'll bounce at the 50. Picked up by McLean.
Close to a block kick once again.
Absolutely. And McLean will get a decent little return. Going to be down just inside the 40 at the 38-yard line, 37-yard line. And so now St. Albans, with the way they've been running the football and with a 12-point lead, you imagine we're going to see a heavy dose of Terrell Ellis here this drive.
And this is when South Charleston, the guys really need to get together and help each other out here now. You know,
this is the bow your neck, stay tough situation.
Exactly.
It's now or never in this football game for South Charleston, being down 12 mid-third quarter. So here comes Ellis out of the gun, or excuse me, Lilly out of the gun, hands it to Ellis.
Counter Trey once again.
Not a lot there.
Elijah Bosley.
Bosley.
Messing that whole thing up.
He did indeed mess it up. Continuing to make plays on that defensive line for South Charleston.
What he's doing on that, so many people want to know, when that guard is pulling, he's doing what he's taught, which is a good technique. You just get on that guard's hip and follow him, and you get into the backfield and disrupt where the guard's trying to trap that guy and knock him out. And this guy's coming up and home. He gets him right there.
He's leading you right there, right?
Yes, sir. And why is that? Because that young man can move.
So a short gain there on first down. Gain of about 2, so St. Albans now with a 2nd and 8 coming. 36-yard line. They'll hand it again to Ellis, and he's going to weave his way in and out of tacklers.
Trap play once again.
And got himself a solid little gain.
Now, time is becoming South Charleston's biggest enemy now.
And St. Albans' biggest friend.
Exactly. The Red Dragons know that, and they're going to chew as much of that clock as they can now.
They're going to take the full 30, you'd think, almost every time. It has been a game played at a slower pace, I think, by both teams, and sometimes what you see. Both teams trying to make sure they're set, make sure they're procedurally where they need to be and execute the game plan. Here comes the snap from Lilly. He'll fire it out to McLean, and he's going to make a man miss, and he is going to get the first down. Continuing to keep this drive alive, and he's a tough player there.
Well, you know, you get him out there on the edge like that in single coverage where he's catching that football and there's nobody within 5 yards of him, good luck.
Yep. And McLean kind of favoring the shoulder there a little bit, kind of trying to stretch it out there after that play. Starting to get chilly out there, Coach Goble.
A little bit.
That time of year, week 7.
Which is hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. Getting toward that final stretch here. Here comes Lilly. Hands it off to Ellis again, and Ellis continuing to churn those legs and move forward. He's going to get himself a nice little gain.
And let me tell you what, number 72, Lincoln Johnson, who also is a sophomore, prescription pancake block on that play. Great job.
St. Albans is really starting to kind of grind on this South Charleston defensive line.
Pardon me, that was Devin Green. I was talking about the wrong team. The Devin Green was the player that did the pancake there. Good job, Devin.
Freshman there, Coach Goble.
Yes.
That's like we said, a lot of young kids on both these teams getting better.
And they're not small either.
Here comes the pass, and we got so many penalty flags thrown. Incomplete. Malcolm Maxwell tried to haul it in. Let's see what the flag is. St. Albans starting to do a little bit better job of it, but so and we saw about 4 of them fly up in the air. They were almost all at the same time. It was almost simultaneous there, Coach Goble.
Yeah, like we got talked about all evening. St. Albans stopped St. Albans that time.
Exactly. If you ever been to Ole Miss baseball, they call it the Swayze shower, where they throw the beers up in the air after home runs. That's kind of what it looked like with the penalty flags. They all just kind of fired up there at once.
No, I haven't seen that.
It is something else there in Oxford.
I'll bet.
So 2:13 to go here in the third quarter. And a missed snap there. And South Charleston taking advantage of it. Nice play right there by Jackson Slack getting in there to make the sack.
4th and a county. Or is it 3rd again?
I think it's 3rd. And Coach Goble, is a county larger than a measurement than an Uber because.
Well, it depends on where you're going.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You never know. The Uber last time must have been across the county then, right?
I do need to mention to you guys tonight, I think our producer's having a lot more fun than anybody here.
So we got ourselves a 3rd and 22 here. And another whistles. St. Albans is going to talk about it, and we will take the timeout with them. You are watching HD Media, brought to you by RSN, powered by HD Media. So we are back here, minute 33 to go in the 3rd quarter. From South Charleston, the Black Eagles trail the St. Albans 19-7. The Red Dragons looking to get their first win of the season. They just took a timeout to discuss this big 3rd and 22 play, trying to create even more distance between them and the home Black Eagles.
You know, we haven't seen much draw action yet. I don't know if they would think about this now or not.
They fake it. Back to pass. And not a whole lot there, not a whole lot of room to run after the pass. Nice catch there by Sean McCord.
In the briar patch.
Yep, Reese Lilly threw it through all the briars and thorns in the briar patch, but wasn't going to get enough yardage there on that play on 3rd and 22. So now to bring up a 4th down, although they did get some of it back.
Now, you know, I know I'm commentating, but every once in a while I like to coach somewhat. If it were me right now, you know what I would do?
You punt?
I would punt it. Put it down.
Pin them back deep here.
Put it in the hole. Make them burn the clock.
So they'll continue to let that play clock roll a little bit there. 5 seconds to go. They're gonna throw it deep down the field. And what a catch right there.
Catch. Well, it shows you how smart I am calling a punt there.
Camonte Gravely.
Wow.
Making a big catch there. Out and extending his arms down the sideline. And Coach Go, I was going to push back a little bit on you and say, hey, if we throw it down the field, we can maybe get a 1st down, and then it's like a punt anyway if they pick it off. Now, granted, you got the point there, 36-yard line versus maybe like inside the 10, but hey, Camonte Gravely made Coach Stotts look pretty smart there.
I guess that's why I'm up here flapping my jaws instead of coaching.
Camonte Gravely made the decision look really good there by
what a great play.
Coach Stotts.
And let me tell you what, that may be the backbreaker right there.
They'll hand it off. No, he won't fake the handoff, but a full complement of South Charleston defenders, including Malcolm Brown. And, oh, my, football was thrown by Reese Lilly. And yet, yeah, penalty flag. I was going to say I hadn't seen it thrown yet. And that's going to take your team back out of position when you had a chance to really put some distance between you and yourselves and the Black Eagles.
Yeah, I hope it in like what we saw last week.
And that's interesting there. It's tough there, a junior, and guys, been starting to get hit here a little bit lately, Reese Lilly, but you cannot react that way. Cannot do it.
Well, you know how it is. The second guy is the one that always gets caught and gets the penalty.
Yeah. And so have some discussions going on here. Both teams coming to the sidelines, slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, because this has the potential to get ugly, and I'm not knocking on either one's programs, but as we've talked about, the frustration level is just rising more and more,
Yep, absolutely. And while we got a minute here, we'll give you a couple scores from around the state. Oak Hill in AAA action, number 6 in AAA, leading Greenbrier East 21-14. Woodrow Wilson, number 6 in Quad A, up on Riverside 16-6 in the 3rd quarter. Nitro throwing the ball all over the place right now, up 31-0 on Lincoln County at halftime. You got Hurricane and Capital 42-21 at halftime last reporting. And Point Pleasant up 27-7 over a 5-2 Warren Locke Ohio Warriors squad. Good win for the Big Blacks there at Point Pleasant. And so they're going to let the third quarter clock roll out here. And we'll take a break with them. You are watching HD Media, brought to you by RSN, powered by HD Media.
Hi, I'm Xavier Bosley, and I'm from Charleston, West Virginia. And when I'm back home, you can catch me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at Par-Mar stores. Download the Par-Mar stores app and sign up for our rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. From gas to groceries, you'll find what you need at Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Serving the area one truck at a time for over 60 years, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is in your neighborhood each and every day, working to keep your family warm and comfortable. With cooler days ahead and winter right around the corner, now's the time to schedule your home HVAC system tune-up and preventive maintenance. If you need a new system and received a quote from another company, give Mullen a chance to take a second look. Right now, we're offering 0% financing on a new Ream home system and includes a 10-year worry-free warranty. Remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call or visit us online today to schedule your appointment at mullenplumbing.com.
And we are back here in South Charleston. Fourth quarter action coming to you from the hill here. And the Black Eagles with a deficit of 12 points to overcome here. St. Albans 19-7. Red Dragons just got a penalty on themselves when they were down in position to score. And they'll have a second down upcoming. Lilly out of the gun. Take the snap. Fired over to Malcolm Maxwell on the outside. He's going to break a tackle at the 15 inside of the 10. Breaks another tackle. Continuing to move forward. He's going to get down inside the 6-yard line. Nice play by Malcolm Maxwell.
Once again, confusion with the secondary there. There was virtually no one out there when he caught that football.
Freshman Damian Chaney makes the touchdown saving tackle there. And after all that, it's still a 3rd and goal. So Maxwell trying to make up for his friend there, Lilly, who throws him the rock there, his air there, in frustration. Now we got a 3rd down. Ellis will take the handoff, continuing to move forward and not going to be able to get in.
Nice job by the South Charleston D-line.
Zeninga driving him to the ground, and now we got a 4th and goal. Bosley getting helped up there by Sean McCord. Nice sportsmanship being shown there from both players. That's what it's about. A couple Warriors out there.
Hey, they're on the field because they love to play, buddy.
So, Coach Go, we got to think here right now, right? If you're St. Albans, obviously you're going for it. If you're because of the fact that you've got an opportunity to extend this lead.
Right.
And you want, but if you don't get it, you're obviously still got to go all the length of the field. So it's a win-win situation, right. And there is going to be a timeout taken by St. Albans and Coach Stott.
I think they're going to talk it over there.
And while they talk it over, we'll give you a couple scores. John Marshall right now up 34-21 on Kaiser. John Marshall 0-5, looking for their first win. Shady Spring 21-6 lead over Liberty Raleigh in the 4th quarter. And Weir up 16-13 on East Fairmont as they move forward there in the 4th quarter. Frankfort number 1 in AA with a 42-0 lead on Brook, who's a triple A squad. Williamstown 48-7 over St. Mary's. Independence 28-0 over Westside. Both those teams ranked in the top 10 in AA. Also Doddridge County with the lead right now over number 6 South Harrison. Doddridge County number 6 in single A, 26-6. And so back into the action here. 10:45 to go, 10:44 according to our clock, and we've got another flag down, and now South Charleston takes a timeout. And we will stay here as well. Coach Go, have you ever seen timeouts taken on back-to-back plays?
Every once in a while. What happened there, if you notice, St. Albans came out of their timeout, which they can do on a conversion, they moved the ball to the hash to give them a wider side of the field to this side, and I think that's what South Charleston's doing, is calling timeout to adjust to that.
Yeah, absolutely, and trying to it's a huge play in this football game, especially for South Charleston. If
Absolutely.
You have any chance in this football game right now, you have to come away with the stop here. St. Albans Not saying that a score here puts it out of reach, but it's going to make it extremely difficult, especially for South Charleston and that offense so far the way it's went today.
Unless they could, once again, get some mistake-free drives going, you know.
So here we go, McCord beside Lilly out of the gun. They'll hand it off to him, and he is not going to get it, Coach Goble. I don't believe. Yes, they are going to give it to him. Must have been that last little forward effort there. I thought the Black Eagles stood him up there, Zeninga and Bosley, but not quite able to do so. And so St. Albans with another touchdown. They've extended that lead to 18 here early fourth quarter.
Now things are getting tough for the Black Eagles.
They're going to need a special teams play or something like that. And St. Albans really hasn't allowed them to get explosive in the kicking game to this point, the way they've employed that.
And now they're going to try, and I'm not saying they can't do it, but when you run once again, when you run that wing T offense, and if you don't throw a lot out of it, it's really tough.
You're going to need all the answers. And so right there, I believe that was Ava King, kicker, senior there. And some people real excited about that over on the St. Albans sideline. And so we'll take a break here. You're watching HD Game Day, brought to you by RSN, powered by HD Media.
West Virginia's only Acura dealer, Lester Raines Acura. Keeping it simple, saving you money. Lester Raines Honda. Consider Lester Raines Mazda for your next vehicle purchase.
So we are back here in South Charleston, 10:41 to go, fourth quarter. St. Albans with a 26-7 lead, looking for their first win of the season. South Charleston still has 10 minutes and 41 seconds to pull off a comeback and get their first win of the season. And so, waiting for the ball to be put on the tee. St. Albans here. Got to feel good if you're the Red Dragons to kind of have this night go the way it has, as Gavin Duncan's getting ready to boot it away. And it'll again be fielded by Walton. Continue to churn up field, and another penalty flag thrown at the end of the play there.
Gee, imagine that. Looked like a block in the back, I believe.
And that's typically the culprit there on a special teams play.
Yeah, I was used to laugh and joke and just say, just go ahead and mark it off, call block in the back before they kick the ball off. Just get it over with.
It seems to happen quite frequently. Coach Goble, you got to say, though, right now, beautiful night for football here in South Charleston.
Absolutely.
It's that time of the year where it feels right to be throwing a little hoodie or a sweatshirt on.
Yep.
With a pair of jeans and going out there and watching some football somewhere. And we know it's going to be a great weekend of college football as well. I mean, you've been talking about that a little bit as well. Big one in Morgantown, State Fair down there, Oklahoma, Texas. You've got Ole Miss and LSU renewing pleasantries. A lot of big-time games. They've kind of joked around. If you've got weddings October 12th, you might have to have a cough or something like that, right?
That's right.
So here comes the shotgun snap. Matt Riley. Oh, my, it's intercepted. What a play right there.
Grab.
Oh,
Wow.
my goodness. Camonte Gravely has had himself a ball game, and he's real excited about it.
Wow, that was an incredible grab right there.
I mean, that's the stuff of a college player right there. Gravely extending out, making the pick, and South Charleston now has to bow their neck and get back on the defensive side again and continue to fight. St. Albans, you think, is going to see a lot of Terrell Ellis here the next 15 yards and change they need to go.
They're definitely going to be chewing the clock now.
10:32 to go. And like you said, Coach Goble, it was been tight for a long time, but now it gets tough if you're South Charleston to keep from those negative thoughts pouring in. And a nice run from Ellis. You'd imagine they're going to take the full play clock majority of the game here remaining if you're St. Albans.
Yeah, they're going to burn as much of it as they can now.
No need.
Play and keep away.
No need to be quick or hurry.
No
you know, John Wood would say. No need to even be quick or hurry. They're going to get some personnel groupings situated. 2nd and 5 upcoming for the Red Dragons. 2
seconds. They got it.
They get it off. They'll hand it off to Gravely, and Gravely will knife his way just out of the 10. And we've got ourselves some pleasantries being thrown there. McCord pleading his case. Need to have cooler heads prevail right now if you're both teams. No need to get too chippy. South Charleston, obviously the frustrations are boiling over right now. Although it did look aggressive on McCord's part there, so I'm not sure. We'll see what the officials have to say.
Probably offsetting penalties, I'd say.
And I could see Coach Goble got a little disgust in his scowl out now.
There you go.
Yep. And we got boo birds coming from both sides of the field here in the stands. Nobody likes it. Coach Goble, another score to pass along here. Ripley and Sissonville. Ripley undefeated before last week against Nitro, and this week against Sissonville with a 42-19 lead. Pouring it on down there in Indian country. So first down was the result of the Gravely run and then the offsetting penalties after that. So Lilly out of the gun. Gets the snap and hands it off to Ellis. And nowhere to go there.
Not much help up front there that time. See, you know, and you get on the other side of this too, you get a 26-7 lead, and you know, sometimes, and it's subconsciously, you start to coast yourself a little bit because of the lead you have. Your intensity lowers. You're not coming off the ball as fast as you should. You're not reading your keys. You're not playing like you do at top level. So you really have to, with the lead, I think as much as being behind, you really have to push yourself mentally to make sure you're still doing everything.
Gotta have to have a good balance, right?
Sure.
Comes Lilly out of the gun. He'll throw it. And nowhere to go there. Zeninga with a big-time stop. Kadir Maxwell on the reception. So you got a 3rd down and 10 after a loss of a yard. Not much at all there. And while St. Albans, you can see a lot of signs of improvement. They've also had some reasons and some things that have shot themselves in the foot today. But in the same token of time, you see a lot of good things from the Red Dragons moving forward.
Well, they've slowly gotten better as the game's going on as far as penalties and turnovers and execution and everything.
And I think it's fair to say Lilly being a junior and almost a great play right there. We got a couple guys shaking up, it looks like. Both are going to get up, though. Lilly being a junior versus Riley being a freshman, I think that's kind of been a little bit of a difference in this game.
Yeah, Riley, he's done a good job taking care of stuff and running the team and everything. And as time goes on, he's going to be a really good one.
Yeah, you can see the athleticism and kind of the way he throws the football. There's some good things to look forward to there. And if you're South Charleston, obviously, you know, you can't be happier that this guy's going to continue to get reps and continue to get game action here for the next 5 weeks as the season concludes here.
Here we go for the boot.
Going to get ourselves a field goal opportunity here from Gavin Duncan. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Gavin Duncan with a 32-yard field goal. And St. Albans adds on another 3. It's 29-7 now. 7:59 to go in the 4th quarter.
A lot of joy starting over on that sideline.
Yep, and they're excited about it, St. Albans. We'll take a quick break here watching HD Game Day, brought to you by RSN, powered by HD Media.
Surround yourself with beautiful views at the Eagle's Nest Restaurant and Lounge, open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Try our all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet on Saturdays from 9 to noon. How about lunch instead? Join us for our lunch buffet on Sunday and Wednesday through Friday from noon to 2. Want a place to relax after a long week? Our lounge has happy hour every Friday night starting at 4:30. Great quality food at prices you'll love. Come to Eagle's Nest Restaurant, just off Canal Turnpike in South Charleston.
And we are back here at South Charleston. 29-7, the Red Dragons with the lead here over the Black Eagles. Gavin Duncan, the man getting the football from the official, just knocked home a 32-yard field goal to give St. Albans a 22-point lead here. And Coach Goebel, what have you seen out of the Red Dragons tonight, and why they've been kind of so successful in this football game?
Well, I think it's a combination, a little bit of everything.
Duncan will boot that away. Walton will take it inside the 5 at the 10. Scampering around. And about 3 penalty flags was thrown on the play. Like you said, Coach Goebel, you might as well just put 5 on a blocking in the back column before you even kick the football off.
Yep. Well, I think, How
do you get better at that, though, right? If you're South Charleston, obviously that's one of the special teams is hard in return games and blocking. We see it all over the place.
Same way you get to Carnegie Hall. You got to practice. You got to work on it.
That's right.
See this? I think, in my opinion, that's one of the biggest downfalls of coaches with football teams. What they don't realize is the kicking game is a third of your game. You have offense and defense and kicking. And we've all been guilty about it. We always want to spend more time on offense and defensive practice and not as much time on the kicking game. And the kicking game is just as vital or more vital than the offense and the defense when it comes down to it.
You have to have it, right?
Sure, and you got, as much as you hate to do it, even when I was a head coach, I really didn't like spending that much time on kicking, but I knew it was essential and it might save us some time and make a big difference in the game, and it did several times because we had practiced it so much.
It's also where a lot of youngsters get opportunities to go out and make plays.
Right.
You got to make sure you're disciplined. Right. So we had a holding on St. Albans and a block in the back on South Charleston. So Gavin Duncan will have to kick it away yet again.
One more time.
And the toe will meet the leather here.
Another nice kick.
And Malcolm Brown this time will take it. He'll fumble it, but now he'll get it back. And he'll run it outside and continue to keep churning those legs, get to the 43-yard line. And that's what you needed to see out of South Charleston there. And so
Malcolm Maxwell and Isaiah Muhammad on the stop there.
And so now Coach Go, obviously South Charleston down in this game. A night that had a lot of promise for you early, a night with a lot of expectations, homecoming, all of that. And you're in a tough spot, obviously, in the fourth quarter with an offense that doesn't like to throw the football. Are we looking for signs for the future here, or are we still trying to figure out a way to get 23 points on the board here?
I would just keep trying. Why not?
Here comes Malcolm Brown.
There you go. Nice effort.
Continuing to churn those legs forward.
I'd keep grinding and keep trying,
You never know, turnovers or something could happen. St. Albans might give you an opportunity if you can
send a message to the team. We're gonna keep fighting.
So Brown with the carry there, pretty good little run, about 5 yards. So South Charleston looking for some sustained success offensively. Really been one play today, the Tavares Porter touchdown pass where he was able to weave in and out of the defense from about 40 yards out. Here comes Matt Rowley out of the gun as we now creep under 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And a nice completion to the outside there.
Great coverage by Ashton Hamilton on that play. Like I said, you're going to have a tough time throwing behind these guys. St. Albans, I think, starting to put a few substitutes in there now.
Nice catch there by Elijah Mayo along the sideline, the freshman. And just littered on both these teams, two deeps, freshmen, sophomores.
Right.
The future is bright for both these programs. Continue the fight. Continue to build and retain your team that you have. And Riley going to have to throw it quickly there. And a little bit of extracurriculars there. Curry kind of letting Caden Hackman know that he's back there. And another penalty flag thrown. So Matt Riley,
when it rains, it pours.
Getting the call, and you could see not necessarily thrilled by the call, but it might have been the right one.
Hey, he'll learn. You know, he's just a pup, and he has done a really good job too.
I'm sure he kind of thinks a little bit that there was somebody in the area there because there's routes going on. Ball was thrown in the middle of the field. That's a tough one there.
And he's got a lot of maturity for his age too. You got a guy out there running your football team, can't drive for 2 or 3 more years. I mean, he's doing a great job.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people probably don't realize that and don't think so. But you know, the way I look at it as a coach, he's done it. You know, he's done everything you've asked him to do.
Sometimes you got to take your lumps, and so real quick there, we will take a timeout from South Charleston, and we'll take it with them here. You're watching HD Game Day, brought to you by RSN, powered by HD Media.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
And we're back here in South Charleston, fourth quarter action, 29-7. The Red Dragons with the lead over the Black Eagles.
And this is about the time of the evening I like to give my little speech. Hey, say something good about the game of high school football.
That's right.
There's nothing like it in the world.
So here comes the 4th down attempt from the Black Eagles. Riley back to pass. He'll run it across the 40 and come right into Sam McCord. McCord finishing the play with the hit.
That young man has no fear.
No, he doesn't. Continuing to kind of stay in the fight there in South Charleston. You got to like Matt Riley there, though.
I'll tell you what now.
He wasn't backing down.
That quarterback right there, he's going to be a big headache for a lot of people here in a couple of years.
You could imagine, I would imagine seeing some W's start piling up for South Charleston potentially next season even, because you see the competitive spirit that this young man has, the wheels, throws a decent ball, throws decently on the run.
Well, and the thing about it is, like I said, his maturity level and his drive to be a leader at that age is very impressive.
Yeah, when you're out there on the field against kids that some grown men in some cases, that's a little bit different.
Yes, it is.
So here comes Lilly out of the gun. St. Albans takes it over at the 43. Hands it off to Ellis, and not a lot of room there at all.
And guess who that is?
Nice play by Bosley. You know who, and also Dwayne Ruffin coming in there making a big play.
That young man's going to be a force to be reckoned with. He already is. Wait a couple years on him, on Bosley.
Exactly. You just see some signs from South Charleston. Yeah. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. St. Albans a little bit older. Not by much, but a little bit.
But he's got the natural ability where he comes off the ball and gets good leverage, and he can see what's going on. You know, he plays well on both sides of the ball already as a young man.
You can see there's a lot of promise in that man's future. Lilly out of the gun. He drops the football, going to be able to get back on it. And a host of Black Eagles coming there, not including also Malcolm Brown getting in there, making the stop.
Here we go again.
So Bradley Sigmund and another penalty flag with 5:12 to go. So St. Albans is going to get moved back here, and it's going to be a 3rd down, and we'll go with the county Uber here, Coach Goebel. And Curry doesn't like that. And now another penalty flag thrown against Well, I'm going to imagine it's going to be again on St. Albans.
You need to keep your mouth shut.
You probably don't need to be talking back to officials. I would imagine that's one of the golden rules.
Everybody runs their own program. Let me tell you what. If I ever had a young man that ran his mouth like that, he's going to be an assistant coach standing on the sidelines with me the rest of the game.
Now, you have to respect the officials. They have a tough job.
Sure, and they can't let this get out of hand. You could have a lot of trouble here really quick. It could escalate real quick. 5
minutes to go in this game. South Charleston really, trying to stay in the fight, trying to stay competitive. St. Albans obviously having some things going on there as well. And so we've got multiple flags as well. And so a timeout call by the Red Dragons here. With 5:15 to go, they're going to try and regroup and get everybody back together, and we'll do the same. No. Oh, we'll stay here? Okay. Yeah, okay.
All right.
5:15 to go.
We like staying with you guys. Yeah, like I said, get out. Football's the greatest game in the world. Get out and see a game, and if you cannot, just join us on Friday night because we have all the action for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Some scores from around the state as well. James Monroe with a 25-6 lead over Greenbrier West. Both those teams playoff bound in their respective classes. James Monroe moved up to AA this year. Greenbrier West, coached by the great beer truck, runaway truck himself, Owen Schmidt, in a battle there in the fourth quarter. Bluefield also with a 34-0 lead over Pikeview, and Scott 42-0 over Logan in the fourth quarter. So here comes the Red Dragons.
My, how quickly the worm can turn on programs, I'll tell you.
And a new quarterback. Maxwell takes the snap, and he's going to keep running. Nice gain out across the 50 on third and about 28, we'll say.
That young man's got some turbo jets as well.
Yeah, got around the edge pretty quickly there. So now we have a fourth down and about 15. So you'd imagine.
Come on, Coach, give him the rock again.
St. Albans may.
Here he comes.
May do the same thing again. Yeah. Well, I think Coach Stotts, like you said, Coach Goble maybe sending a message to Reese Lilly, the quarterback, after the unsportsmanlike conduct by the goal line there, throwing the ball at the other player. And with the 29-7 lead, you can afford to do so. And here comes Maxwell. And not going to get around it this time. Nice job by Tavares Porter and Malcolm Brown coming in there to make the stop. So South Charleston gets the stop, and they'll get the football at around the 50 here with 4:19 to go in the fourth quarter. So Coach Gobe, you got to see here, you want to see a little bit of Malcolm Brown here touching the football, trying to make some big plays here in the next 4 minutes if you're South Charleston.
I want to tell you something else that a lot of people may not realize about having young football teams. When you practice every day, you're practicing against young guys.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of times on a team where you have older guys sprinkled in there and you scrimmage and stuff, they bang each other, and not as much. But when you've got young guys going against each other, then they come and face these older guys. It's a whole different world.
Absolutely. Have to learn on the fly. Met Riley throws that pass. A little confusion there between him and Tavares Porter on that route. So it'll be a 2nd and 10 upcoming for the Black Eagles.
But like we've talked about all evening, both teams are pretty athletic and brighter days ahead.
We have a final Lincoln with a win over Robert C. Byrd, 35-28. Lincoln in AA beating Robert C. Byrd, the AAA squad. Wahama 54-0 today over Ritchie County. The White Falcons continue to roll on their march toward Wheeling. Here comes Riley, throws it away. Zaninga makes the catch out of self-preservation, and McCord makes the stop. Also, Tucker County with a win over Moorfield, 36-18. Tug Valley, 41-6 over Riverview. Both those teams ranked in the top 5 in single A. Tug Valley continuing to look real strong. Sherman with a 14-6 win over Man. The Tide go to 3-1. And Meadowbridge down 28-20 to Clay Battelle late third quarter.
That Tug Valley Riverview score is kind of surprising, really. Riverview's
pretty good team.
Yeah.
So Matt Riley out of the gun here, 3rd and 15. Back to pass, and has absolutely nowhere to go.
Tremendous effort there.
Sack.
Number 58, Asa Williams, a 9th grader.
Nice little play there. And like we said, 9th graders throughout the whole two deep here for St. Albans and South Charleston, and both of them starting to really show signs and making plays on both ends. So now 3 minutes to go and a 4th down and 22 here for the Black Eagles. Looking to make that memory for homecoming for some youngster. Get in the end zone here with 3 minutes to go. And if you could score, Coach Goebel, and you go for the 2, maybe you're down 2 possessions, or are we just out of that even that realm at this point in time if you're South Charleston?
Well, always got to try to get more, I guess. Yeah.
That's right.
I would.
East Hardy 22-14 with the lead in the 4th quarter over Hampshire. Pendleton County with a 47-6 final over Tigris Valley. And single A action there across the state. So Coach Goebel, big ball games throughout the country tomorrow. Big games tonight in high school football. It's October here in the great state of West Virginia. We're getting close to Halloween. Big picture here. I know you're aficionado in the state. The team, we know Martinsburg and Quad A is obviously the team that we always look for. And Spring Mills is obviously in that same area and starting to kind of learn and mimicking what they see from across the state. AAA, though. What are we looking at? Who do you really like? I think we saw Princeton last week. They always have a lot of talent. But who do you kind of like?
You took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I saw them play, and I was really impressed with them.
I've seen Nitro. I think they look pretty tough.
Yeah, Nitro back to the good old days of the great passing attack.
And there comes Matt Riley with a big run there, continuing to move forward and kind of swing his way. And he got down to about the 46, and Matt Riley got a lot of feistiness to him there.
Yes, he does.
The young man, a freshman, showing a lot of leadership and grit there. It's kind of one of those things where that's going to be a good thing for the rest of that team to see this young freshman on a play like that, 4th and 22, still trying to fight and continuing to scratch and claw for everything he can this late in the game, out of the quarterback position especially.
Yeah, he's got what it takes, obviously. South Charleston coaches obviously recognize that already.
I've seen it and kind of want that guy to be the leader of the team.
Sure.
Moving forward. You talk about Nitro, took some lumps there in the past, but now with Moody really kind of have figured it out, Princeton obviously pretty good as well. Bridgeport, always a threat in AAA. So AA, Coach. Well, obviously Hoover, right, as well. I mean, you can't count out Hoover. They're pretty tough as well.
Yeah, I look for them to go a long way. I look for them to go deep to the playoffs.
I mean, what do we think about Independence?
Yeah, it's
and
going to be interesting
taken there by Deuce McLean.
Going to be interesting to see who won that game, or who. I don't know who they play tonight. I don't know. I'm not sure.
We'll have to look here and kind of dial in on it.
I know they got a big one next Friday against Westside High School, who's idle this week.
And interesting there that St. Albans taking some knees here. Under 2 minutes now to go. And Coach Goebel, typically we saw a lot of Deuce McLean. We typically name a player of the game. Deuce McLean early was really big. I think Terrell Ellis was also a stabilizing force on the ground for St. Albans. And really was kind of the guy who got that offense kind of boosted and really kind of took control in the second half.
And good job up front by the Hoggies. In the second half, they started taking control of the game and moving the football. And another thing, fewer mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for both teams in particular, you want to be a little cleaner. But
yeah, I was going to say till they start getting snippy in the fourth quarter.
Well, that's a lot of fight. You saw a lot of passion from both these teams, and now we're at a minute to go. It's going to be one more knee. They might have to give it back one more time. It appears, yep. Cannot officially end this thing yet. They'll probably have to give it back to South Charleston with about 5 seconds to go. Like you said, Coach Go, always good to be out here on a Friday night.
Nothing like it.
In the great state of West Virginia, watching high school football.
Like I always say something good about the game.
You guys all enjoy your weekend. Great weekend of college football, playoff game 5s in baseball. Dodgers, Padres. Turn that one on after you finish up this last 15 seconds with us.
And all you people out there don't realize how much we enjoy doing this for you. It's a lot of fun.
They are going to have to give it back one more time. It appears.
I'm sorry.
I think they are going to call it. Still waiting for the official ruling here. Yes. So we have a delay game penalty.
It's 4th down.
4th down. 1.8 to go. Have to.
Is that 1.8 or 18?
I think 1.8, and there it is.
Oh, okay.
That's the final whistle, final knee. Big time win for St. Albans, 29-7, their first of the year. Always fun doing it with you, Coach Goebel.
Thank you. It was tough sledding, fans, but we got you through it.
It was tonight. It was indeed.
No, it was a lot of fun.
But good effort and well done by St. Albans. Hope the South Charleston folks enjoyed their homecoming. We enjoy bringing it to you. This is Blaine Smith with Coach Bob Goebel. You were watching HD Game Day, brought to you by RSN and powered by HD Media. Y'all guys have a great weekend of football ahead of you. Thanks.
Good night.
Take it easy.